People don't visit me anymore. Not after what happened. Not after the night he came. I don't blame them. If I could leave myself, I would. But no matter where I go, I still hear the knock. I still smell the blood. I still see him. It started on a rainy night. I was in my small roadside restaurant, cleaning up for the night. Business had been slow, as usual. Only a few travelers had stopped by. By 10 p.m., I was alone. Then I heard it. Knock. 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 A slow, heavy knock at the door. I wasn't expecting anyone. But in my village, you don't turn people away at night. So I wiped my hands and went to open it. A tall man stood in the doorway, soaking wet from the rain. He wore an old, tattered coat, and his clothes smelled of earth like he had been buried. But the strangest thing was his posture. He stood too still. Too stiff. I stepped back. Good evening. Do you need food? He nodded. But something felt wrong. I couldn't see his face. His collar was too high, his hat pulled too low. The dim lantern barely lit his features. Still, I let him in. He sat at the table in the corner, facing the wall. He never spoke, just pointed when he wanted something. I served him a plate of hot yam and palm oil. He ate slowly, deliberately. Not a single sound. No chewing. No swallowing. Just the scraping of his spoon against the plate. My skin crawled. The air in the room felt thick, heavy. Then I noticed something. Even though he was eating, his plate never got empty. I stepped back, my heart pounding. Something was very, very wrong. Then, he turned. And I saw it. He had no head. The hat and collar had hidden the truth, there was nothing there. Just an empty space where his head should have been. But the food on his plate was still disappearing, as if an unseen mouth was devouring it. I screamed. The lantern flickered violently, the shadows in the room twisting. The air turned ice cold. And then, he stood up. His coat dropped to the floor, revealing his body, thin, stretched, like something pulled from a grave. He stepped toward me, his neck leaking dark, thick blood. Then, in a deep, hollow voice, he spoke. You fed me. Now, I will never leave. I ran. I don't remember how I got out, but I ran until my legs gave out. I never went back to that restaurant. But it doesn't matter. Because every night, when the clock strikes 10, I hear it. Knock. 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 And I know he's still hungry.